Hello everyone. So this is an old project I just pulled out of the shed. I thought it'd make an interesting little video. So I made this, far out, it's got to be 18 years ago. So it's been a while. One of my first electronic projects. Definitely wouldn't be the first one, but it'd be up there pretty close. So I just followed a tutorial, a basic tutorial on the internet about what they called a ghetto talk box. But I've also heard it referred to as a trailer park talk box or white trash talk box. Regardless, it's a very industrial version of the real thing. For those of you who don't know what a talk box is, it's I guess the interface between an instrument that makes it sound like someone's talking through the instrument. If you've ever seen someone do it live, Peter Frampton's a good example, Roger Troutman, any of those two especially, normally makes it look like they are talking through the instrument. And before I learnt about them myself, I thought that too. I thought, yeah, that they are somehow using their voice to manipulate the instrument. Whereas, as you're about to find out, it's actually the opposite. So what actually happens is the sound is coming from the instrument through this device and out into the through this tube into the musician's mouth, and then that sound is then put through a speaker via a microphone. So here's this. I'll give you a quick basic show that rundown of what's going on here. So this is just an amp I pulled out of a pair of computer speakers, just powered by this. And so that runs this speaker inside this Chinese noodle box and this funnel. And so what happens is you plug your instrument in through this here, plug that into either your amp or your headphone socket. This will play through the amp through the speaker. It'll come through this tube, and at the end of this tube here, you put this in your mouth. And so what happens is that as that's playing the noise through your mouth, the way that you move your mouth are obviously emulating speech patterns or any sort of wah 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 noises, that sort of thing. The sound itself will actually be distorted, and it will make it sound like you're basically speaking. Yeah, so this is an absolutely horrible design, really poorly done. I didn't realize how bad it was until I picked it up and tried using it again recently to make a couple of clips showing what it actually looks like to use. So plastic, yeah, that's a terrible idea. That's probably one of the main problems. Also, I don't know why the hell I used I guess a male jack instead of a female jack, so I could plug pretty much anything into it. Plus, it's quite short, so it really sort of, you can't really do too much with it. It has to be in a very specific spot, sort of thing. Yeah, the tube I feel like is maybe too thick. It just feels really bad in the mouth. But having a look at a few other videos, I did notice they seem about the same size, but maybe a little bit smaller. I'd definitely like to experiment with that. And again, it would be nice to probably put this in a box of some description, so all the electronic components aren't just, potentially shorting on other things. Yeah, also, why the hell did I put foam at the bottom of that? I have no idea. That really probably, I don't know. I had an idea in my head, obviously, and at the time it must have seemed like the right thing to do, but yeah. So I'm thinking I might try and make another version. I'm not too sure yet. After having a quick play of this, I was actually found it quite fun, and I would really like to give it another go. But it definitely would have to be a lot less shitty. Like this is all like attached just by shitty small wires. Like it's very easy to pull bits off and things like that. So I'd definitely make it a bit more robust, better speaker maybe, better amp. I'm not too sure. Something I'm thinking about. But anyway, here's a couple of examples I used of this. Keep in mind, I really am not a great musician, and especially not very good on a talk box. But this will sort of give you the idea of what's going on. Yeah, so here they go. Rightio. So I thought I'd just quickly show you the basics of the concept with just the basic tone generator that I found online. So basically this is going to play a tone that will not change at all, just a simple droning noise. And I'll play the speaker through my mouth and sort of show you how the sound distorts as I move my mouth to sort of give you a really basic idea of what's actually going on. So here we go. You can hear that. Find which is up. There's a speaker. So that's something fun you can kind of do just to play around with. You can play, hang on. You can actually do the same with music and that sort of thing. Just put the speaker up to your mouth and yeah, make some noise. So show you some pretty bad examples of how to do it through an old 1970 something keyboard and the guitar. So anyway, there it is. Thank you for watching. Let me know if you'd like to see this project pursued and maybe made a bit better. I'm sort of up in the air, I'm not too sure. I might do it anyway, but I don't know. I enjoy using it, but it's a sort of a gimmick interface. It's not something I'd probably use too often. There is a song I'd like to re-record that I've made using it, but apart from that, I'm not too fussed. But yeah, it's a nice, easy project. I mean, especially for repurposing old speakers, things like that. This is all cheap as hell, and it is quite fun to play around with at least. So yeah, definitely go check out California Love by Dr. Dre, Tupac, Roger Troutman, and anything from Frampton Comes Alive by Peter Frampton. That's probably the two main times you'll hear the Talkbox and you really sort of be able to understand what's going on a bit better now. No, I definitely did after researching this and making one. Also, yeah, I'll leave a couple of links in the description. There's a couple of other guys, YouTubers, that really show how it works a lot better than I could. So yeah, thank you for watching.